Primetime, Medical Mysteries continues. Once again, Chris Cuomo.
It's got no known cause, no cure, no visible symptoms. Yet the minute you hear it, you know it. Stuttering. It may be as old as speech itself. So why are we no closer to knowing how to solve it? Or are we? If you look at this vibrant 17-year-old, you see an outgoing, popular, accomplished athlete, an A student who's on her way to college. But listen to her introduce herself.
Rebecca Glass.
Rebecca Glass has stuttered since second grade. Diane's her mom. You thought it was Tourette's?
It was pretty wild. She was moving her head and twitching her eyes. She was speaking, trying to get the sound out. You know, good days, bad days.
Her parents would soon learn that Rebecca is an example of one of the greatest known medical mysteries, stuttering. Speech disrupted by long pauses and frequent repetitions, often accompanied by facial tics and tremors. And there is no known cure.
I better hurry. I just got 10 minutes to catch my plane.
Stuttering is something that's often mocked.
But I've got a very important appointment.
And people like Rebecca are often judged harshly. When people would hear you stutter, they would see that as a reflection of how you think, not just how you think.
Yeah, some would. Some thought that it meant that I wasn't intelligent, or some thought that.
Over 3 million Americans stutter, and 4 out of 5 of them are male. Most outgrow it in childhood, but many famous stutterers did not. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, actor James Earl Jones, actress Marilyn Monroe, ABC's own John Stossel. Like many with this condition, Rebecca tried years of speech therapy, but with limited success. Her many friends grew to ignore it, but it wasn't always easy.
If someone was teasing me, it was hard to stand up for myself.
What is it like to you when you're speaking and you're stuck on something?
Frustrating, because I know exactly what I want to say, and I can say it in my head so many times.
Despite stuttering's long history, doctors understand little about it.
It's one of the great medical mysteries of all time. There are Egyptian hieroglyphs that describe stuttering very clearly.
The Bible says that even Moses was slow of speech. Today, doctors say 50% of stutterers are thought to have inherited the condition. Dr. Dennis Drana, a geneticist at the National Institutes of Health, has spent years trying to locate the genes that cause stuttering.
A genetic cause gets you all the way down to the level of genes and molecules. And it could in fact allow us to guide therapy strategies for different groups of people depending on what mutations they do or don't have.
Even if Dr. Drana finds the genes, a cure could take years. A drug called Pagaclone that treats dopamine levels in the brain may help some people, but it's still in clinical trials, not yet approved by the FDA. And besides, for Rebecca, the future is now. She begins college in the fall. A new group of strangers, new introductions.
Our job has been to help children.
And this man, Dr. Joe Kalinowski, may be able to help. He's a speech therapist and knows all about Rebecca's frustration, because he, too, has been a severe stutterer since childhood. People don't realize what kind of obstacle it can put up, like just talking on the phone. You didn't really want to talk on the phone until you were in your 40s.
Yeah, I don't like the phone still. I still don't like the phone terribly.
Growing up, Dr. Kalinowski says he was ridiculed so much it was almost more than he could bear.
I remember the first day of school, and I just started to stutter so badly, and these kids were brutal. They'd ask my name over and over. I knew then, I'm in hell. How do I get out? And I couldn't. And it was then that my father cried, and I have never seen him tear up, but he cried because of my pain.
But now Dr. Kalinowski has found a way to help the millions of other stutterers. His breakthrough is based on one of the mysteries of stuttering. Watch this.
We have very briefly described 5 theoretical orientations that have helped shape the field of stuttering over the last...
For some reason, most people don't stutter at all when they speak in unison. It's called the choral effect.
The hypothesis is that 2 people are talking at the same time, and it helps the brain inhibit the block that's happening in the brain.
What Dr. Kalinowski and a team at East Carolina University have done is find an end run around whatever it is that makes stuttering happen. The device, called a Speecheasy, uses the choral effect, repeating the stutterer's own speech. It fits into the canal of one ear like a hearing aid, and when the person speaks, it alters the pitch and then plays the words back milliseconds later.
This is what's called a dry aid kit.
Can a tiny device erase a lifetime of stuttering? You'll find out when we return.
Primetime Medical Mysteries continues with Chris Cuomo.
This is a very big moment. What are you feeling there, young lady?
I'm excited. I'm very, very excited.
Rebecca Glass, who stutters, and her family are in the office of speech pathologist Dr. John Haskell. She is about to try the Speecheasy.
She's always going to be wonderful no matter whether she has this or not, but if she can blossom and be the person that she can truly be, all the better.
First, Rebecca reads for the doctor to get her baseline measurement.
A Colorado State University microbiologist.
This is your Speecheasy. Angle it in, that's right. It's going to sound a little strange. Good, I guess we're in the right place.
Yep.
Nice to see you again.
Now the family holds their breath for the moment of truth. As the device plays Rebecca's own voice back inside her ear a millisecond after she speaks, Rebecca reads again.
Caesar traveled from one farm to another. He convinced the grape pickers in California to join together and strike for better pay and working conditions. He organized the first successful farm workers union in the United States.
Wow. Hey!
That's good.
I'm blown away by how simple that was. Actually, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
Can you see it?
When she was reading this, I knew where she was going to stutter. And I was just waiting, and it didn't happen. Okay, waiting, and it didn't happen. So I didn't realize how I paced myself to it, but that's great.
We all just want to hear you talk. Don't stop talking.
Ironically, at this moment, Rebecca is speechless. But her smile says it all.
And it's not like it was a big surgery or anything. I can just take it in and out, and it's not a big deal. And how it's hey, and now it's the same as I am before. I can just say that a lot quicker.
Somehow, we don't think Rebecca will ever be speechless again.